Welcome back here, Brett Elmore Radio Program. Joining us right now, WWE Superstar Riddle. Bro, how are you?
I'm good, bro. How are you? And hey, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And let's talk a little bit about your career. You kind of started out with UFC, did a lot there, MMA, and uh, then just a few years in the independents. But talk about your road to the WWE.
You did a pretty good job. Started with the mixed martial arts. We go further back. Wrestled on trampolines and backyards all the time. When I was a kid, evolved into a high school wrestler, won states and nationals, started wrestling in college. But then I was like, this isn't for me.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to do this whole college thing. I just don't. I don't think everybody's cut for it. Cut out
No.
for it.
No.
But then I, left, started doing jujitsu and training mixed martial arts. Got into the UFC. And then after having a pretty sweet career in the UFC, got ranked to about the top 10, top 15 in the world at welterweight. I decided on my own to go to pro wrestling. Yeah, the thing is, I got into pro wrestling because I really loved it my whole life. And I was just waiting for the right opportunity. And I felt like when I chose, it was the right opportunity. The network just dropped. The independent scene was blowing up. And it was just the best time to be an independent professional wrestler, at least for me at the time. And yeah, hit the indie scene hard, fast, PWGs, you name it. I was there wrestling there every month. I was always at the hottest indie shows from Progress, you name it. I was there. Rev Pro, name it, everywhere. But I was wrestling, just building my stock, building my reputation. And on the indies, my goal was to get to WWE the whole time. And I knew the only way I'd get here is becoming so valuable that I was undeniable. And that's what I did on the independent scene.
But how long were you on the independent scene? Because it seems like it didn't take you very long to break into the WWE.
I'll say this. It took longer than I liked.
Yeah.
I trained jiu-jitsu and mixed martial arts. I got into the UFC probably after about a year of training, and I had the wrestling background stuff. So when I started pro wrestling, I thought I was going to be in the WWE in like a year or two. So it took I started in 2015. I don't think I got to WWE till 2018. So it took me 3 years of really grinding on the indies. And when I say grind, I wrestled 3 to 5 times a week, every week on the indies. I had 3 kids. I was making T-shirts. I was making stickers, hats, anything pins, anything I could put my face, body, logo, anything on. I was selling out of a suitcase.
Yeah.
My suitcase never had clothes or wrestling gear. It was all merchandise, and I would just pack all my clothes and my gear in a backpack. So
Well,
it was a brutal fight.
it's brutal on the indie scene, but let's get to the WWE.
Yeah.
You've had a great career so far with them. What's been the most memorable moment for you?
For me, I mean, every moment's memorable, especially with certain people. But for me, the most memorable moment has to be this past WrestleMania. I felt like I got my WrestleMania moment with my best friend Randy. And I got to hit a super sick, super RKO springboard off the top on Montez Ford. And then Randy hit one on Gable. It was just a great night with great people. And it was something I'll never forget, man. It was my WrestleMania moment.
What's it been like to team up with Randy Orton, a guy with so much experience, future Hall of Famer, and what's it been like to work with him, and what have you learned from him?
I've learned a lot. Just the thing is, I learned a lot talking to him, and not just in the ring. I learned a lot about just life stuff. The guy's been in the WWE. He's dealt with the best and worst possibilities in this business. And I'll say this. I don't listen every time, but he definitely gives me good, solid advice to stay out of trouble. Uh, but when it comes to in-ring stuff, Randy, just watching Randy work, being able to be that close to him and being able to see how he does it, when he does it, how he looks, this, that. And we both have a lot of similarities when it comes to that, but we also have very different mannerisms. Like my mannerisms are much different than Randy's. Randy's a lot more walking, way more intense. My walk's not intense at all, but when I'm kicking, punching, moving, I'm really intense. So I feel like we both have intensity and we all have that lackadaisical thing going for us, but we do it at separate times. But
Yeah.
it was amazing. It was amazing work. That's all I can say. I love that. I do it anytime. It was probably the best time of my career.
Talk about that WrestleMania moment. Of course, SummerSlam is coming up a week from Saturday. Nissan Stadium, Nashville. What's it like? Of course, playing the big arenas and everything. But what's it like? Is it different with that outdoor venue? It just seems like that's just so cool.
I like outdoor venues. I think they're cool. I mean, weather does play an issue. WrestleMania years ago, it was downpouring rain and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, the heat, the elements play an issue in the matches and stuff. They don't. I'll be honest. I think from training in Las Vegas for MMA fights and then now training in Florida all the time, I've been staying in hot spots. I train like doing jiu-jitsu and stuff. You're just running hot all the time, so I'm pretty conditioned for these events. But yes, you gotta take that into consideration. You gotta train for the elements. It is very cool. Visually, I guarantee SummerSlam's gonna look beautiful. But the talent, we're going to have to make up for. We're going to have to drink a little extra water, get our electrolytes in, fuel up before the matches, because last thing you want to be, like especially like Brock and Roman in the last man standing match, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I hope you guys drink your Pedialyte.
Right. Yeah. Give them a little advice.
They're smart guys. I'm pretty sure they'll probably come in a little heavier. Like drink a little more water, get that in. Because they know, I guarantee Brock or Roman will lose about 30 pounds. That match goes over 30 minutes. They're going to lose 30 or more pounds throughout that match. Gonna come in a little bloated,
Right. Talk about your match at SummerSlam and your rivalry.
Well, my match is going to be insane, dude. You got Riddle, the original, bro. That's me. Going against the visionary, the architect, the Beast Slayer. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
That's something I would like to do. The Beast Slayer. And I'm getting to face Seth freaking Rollins at SummerSlam. And honestly, like, people are like, are you excited? I'm super excited. I know Seth doesn't like me. I'm not a huge fan of him either in real life. But I think we can make some real magic in that ring. I think neither one of us want to lose this match. I think we both have a lot riding on. I think me more so than him. Him, it's almost like he needs a win. Me, I need to get my career moving in the right direction, and this is what this win will do for me. Then again, my character, I kind of come up short a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like Money in the Bank, I lost. I played up, down, down against Texas Steve and lost in the finals. I'm not saying I don't make it far. I won that battle royal to get the Money in the Bank, and then, Theory pushed me off the top of the ladder after I hit a super RKO off the ladder. I would have feel like fall off a ladder twice in one night and still not win. It sucks.
Yeah, really.
Sucks.
Yeah, really.
And technically, I fell off a ladder 3 times because I did that backflip off the ladder too because I'm a maniac.
Man.
All the guys in the ring were like, "Why did you climb up to the top?" I was like, "I thought."
It just seemed like a good idea at the time, I guess, right?
Who climbs halfway up a ladder to jump up? You're gonna jump up a ladder, climb up to the top, bro. Be a man.
Go big or go home. That's what you got to tell
Go big.
them.
You do.
All right, SummerSlam, Nissan Stadium, Saturday week in Nashville. Of course, tickets still available, Ticketmaster.com. Riddle, bro, appreciate it, my friend.
Hey, thanks for having me, Brett. You have a great day. And, hey, enjoy SummerSlam Saturday, dude. It's going to be a good one.
I'll be there.